Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be looking at Immolator and the fastest ways of taking it down easily. Now let's talk about the Immolator first. A tormented soul that remains dormant until irritated by a hunter. Bursts into flames, setting everything around ablaze and leaving a fire trail. Now we're going to talk about the behavior of the Immolator. Now it has two states, a dormant state and the ignited state. In the dormant state, roaming Immolators, they always are in a dormant state. After being triggered, they will begin chasing the offending player very quickly. When piercing damage is dealt, which is a knife stab, crossbow dart, bullet impact, anything that will possibly make you bleed, the Immolator will explode, dealing area damage and inflicting the burning status effect. The explosion will set the Immolator ablaze. And then we have the ignited state. In this state, the Immolator runs way faster. It is impossible to escape an angry Immolator simply by running, as the Immolator is faster than a sprinting hunter. As it charges, it will leave a fire trail that can ignite anything that passes through it. If the Immolator can't reach its quarry, it may look for other nearby targets such as hunters or barrels. After ignition, if an Immolator is not killed, it will burn out and die after 30 seconds. Now, what is basically a normal strategy to take care of Immolator? Due to its propensity for exploding in a fiery blaze, the Immolator is to be dealt with cautiously. If you are the nearest players to the Immolator, do not pierce its skin. The Immolator is easily staggered by blunt melee attacks and should be dealt with as such. If you do trigger an Immolator when enemy hunters are nearby, break any possible line of sight they may have on you and the Immolator before killing it. If another player shoots the Immolator when it is chasing you, it will ignite and continue to pursue you rather than switching targets to the shooter, since you are closer to the Immolator. Consequently, you can use Immolators to your advantage if another player is near one. Shooting an Immolator while outside of its trigger range will cause it to ignite and search out any flammable objects in its trigger range, including other hunters. If being chased by an ignited Immolator, abandon subtlety and unload your bullets into it as fast as you can. Unless you can climb up to safety, it's safer to risk somebody hearing your shots than it is to tank an angry flaming corpse failing fist while you try and beat it to death. Immolators are one of the most significant dangers to new players, as someone who does not know better will often attack them with knives or guns and quickly get run down by a now ignited monster. Prone to blunt melee damage, 3 shots with duster, 4 shots with duster of knuckle knife, 4 to 5 shots with any rifle's heavy melee attack. Avoid any weapon with piercing or bleeding damage. Now we're going to get to the main thing, which is the fastest ways of killing them. Now they're basically one shot with hammer. Axe is not recommended since it causes them the bleeding damage or the piercing damage. Number 2, one shot with a sharpnel throw of bomb blast is enough to make it down. Also, you have to do it from a distance. Same. Number 3, one shot with a choke bomb. Also, you have to make sure when you actually throw the choke bomb, the Immolator is in dormant state. Number 4, one shot with hand crossbow is enough to take it down. And poison ammo, it takes almost 2 shots to the chest and, enough to take it down. And number 5, 2 shots to the head from any gun is capable of killing the Immolator, but of course you have to be doing it from a safe distance. Number 6, one shot with Nitro Express rifle, which goes without saying. Since Nitro Express is more of a hunting rifle, it's absolutely crazy and up close range. Number 7, any explosive weapon which includes explosive crossbow, explosive ammo is capable of killing Immolator in one shot from a safe distance. That's all for this video. If I missed out on something, please let me know down in the comments to help out all the other hunters in Bayou. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.